It is a beautiful day here in Nashville, Tennessee. We are sitting here on Broadway at the Hard Rock Cafe. I'm Katie Neal from Audacy Country, and I'm so happy to be sitting down in person for the first time in a very long time with Brice. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm so good, and it's so nice to see you. We're so appreciative that you were taking time off from playing all these big-time, sold-out venues, and you're doing a totally private show for us here tonight, which is going to be so fun. Nick Anderson was our winner, and he's got 9 friends who are coming with him for this totally private show with you. Now, if you were trying to win a totally private concert on the radio, like who would be your band or your artist that you're like nonstop calling trying to win for?
I was just thinking about that. I was like, okay, I wonder what kind of friends he brought.
Right.
Because like I would be kind of torn. Like with my friends, I'd be like, well, if I bring this group, I'm probably gonna get in trouble somehow.
He's gonna kick us out.
So I'm gonna end up getting a bad rap. But they're great friends. Or do I just go with the safe route? Maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a mixture here tonight. We'll see.
No, definitely. It's going to be very fun. And I feel like, you know, we were just talking about the pandemic and everything, like finally getting back to life and live music. And I feel like things are so great, but we've had like all this up and down time. But I feel like one of the silver linings for you is that you had this like unbelievable #1 song, hat trick award winning, one of them girls, which I feel like you have to be having so much fun playing this on the road right now.
We are, yeah. I mean, I thought about actually during the depths of the pandemic, you know, I thought there's a couple of young artists out that had like their first #1 ever, right? And I remember thinking to myself, gosh, they don't know what it feels like to like hear a crowd getting louder and louder as that song is going up the charts. And then it's a #1, and then all of a sudden, I mean, that feeling you get on that stage from that live audience, I thought, you know, I'm gonna say a prayer for these kids, like these couple people who've like had their first #1 and didn't have it, weren't able to feel that feeling. So hopefully they get another #1.
Yeah,
so they get to feel that
exactly.
rise, you know. And, but no, it's been great. We were very fortunate. We worked hard during the pandemic to keep, you know, stay relevant, keep momentum going, you know, and so that when we came back out, we were ready to rock. But yeah, it is fun. One of them girls and Rumor and the duet, and I mean, Memory I Don't Mess With, they're all just, it's like we never stopped. So it's really been nice.
That's awesome. And 9 consecutive #1s, which is so exciting. And then you've got your latest single, Soul, which I love because it's got so much soul and funk. But you've said to me before you were a little apprehensive about putting that song out because you were worried like maybe it wasn't country enough.
Yeah, at first I heard the demo and it was really, really different. But I thought, okay, I do it my way, like how I would do it. I think I could make it kind of cool. Then we did it. And I was like, this is cool, for sure, but I wonder about my country music, like hardcore country fans. And then I randomly got a call from my Uncle Al, you know, which I'd never get a call from.
You're like, somebody's died.
I mean, Uncle Al.
Something's wrong.
Uncle Al? Hey, Lee, it's your Uncle Al. I said, what's up, Uncle Al? Bo, that song, Soul, that's gonna be a #1. I'm telling you what right now, Bo. Come on. I was like, okay, man. So anyway, get off the phone with Uncle Al. I'm thinking, well, if Uncle Al likes it.
My focus group has checked out.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's amazing. And then the last time we spoke, I know that you were kind of like in the very early stages of starting to work on album #6, kind of like going through demos and songs and everything. Where are you now?
Still kind of doing that, probably looking at like couple months maybe to go in and maybe go get that first recordings, you know, like final recordings of stuff that I can then start tweaking in and dialing into a record. But I'm really still going through that process of, I mean, it's got to be tough for you. I was going to say songs. So many songs because I'm sure you're writing all the time. Like, how do you even keep track of it? I'm sure it's new songs, right? I write every day, and then there's songs I wrote the last 2 or 3 years, and then there's songs that I wrote 10 years ago that I've still always loved just as much as I love this song I wrote yesterday. That I knew that at some point they're going to find a space. So I'm still at hundreds of songs. I mean, I had a friend help me do it. I don't know how to really do it. Make a spreadsheet of like, put all the songs here. These are the ones that we're going for. Like, now I got an idea of what I want this record to feel like. Yeah, and then like rating and whatever. I'm not sure. So they did somebody helped me make a spreadsheet so I can actually organize my brain because I've been doing it in my head all these years. And it takes me a lot longer. So maybe this will help me speed the process up.
I don't take you for an Excel guy, but it definitely does help when you can get it figured out.
Excel.
I can't work it either. But, we were talking like been on a roller coaster of the last couple of years. And now that you're like, putting this record together, how would you say, like, how does your mood or what's happening in the world, how does that affect your music, or does it?
It affects it. I mean, everything that's happening, in my life affects my music, and a lot of that's been my family, over the years, the last recent years, and then even this last record, the pandemic really had me thinking in ways, and then now I'm in a place of a lot of appreciation and
certainly everyone is,
and just wanting to get out and have a good time. I mean, it affects it, but I don't let it try to make it like sternly, okay, I got to write a song about this. I always go with the flow of what I'm feeling that day, and be truthful about it. That's the biggest thing, is just be truthful about whatever it is you're feeling that day. And I learned that a long time ago. The first time I wrote with Liz Rose, and I was like, okay, I've got this song idea. She's like, stop. She's like, so how are you doing? What's going on? Tell me about what's going on in your life.
Session.
I'm like, well, I mean, I got this girl and all blah. And like, she acts a little like I don't understand. Like, she thinks I'm gonna like, she's insecure and da. She's insecure, and I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. Like, you're crazy. Like, and she's like, there we go. So we write Crazy Girl, and it's a song of the year. So that's how I try to approach, my days, no matter what. And so yes, every day in this whole world, in my little world, and it all kind of affects it every day.
Definitely. And you mentioned being very grateful. You've had a lot of success in your career and you've gotten to do so many amazing things. But when was the last time you had like a pinch me moment where you're like, I'm just a kid from Sumter, South Carolina. How did I get here?
It was kind of cool just getting to hang out with some of my friends that are now, they're all superstars, but we're just hanging out, like talking about, an 87 Chevrolet truck, and like, or
you're gonna have to name drop.
Or like, how can we have a better dove hunt over here next year or whatever, it might be Luke Bryan right down the street, or, or Chase Brice across the street, or, hanging out with Zach Brown, and he shows up randomly just one day to congratulate me on sweeping, the song of the year on all the PROs, and
That's special.
I mean, it was like, this is kind of how you always hoped and kind of thought it would be and dreamed it would be, and like it really is. But it's also just reality, just normal people, doing normal things, but we also don't take for granted that we get to do extraordinary, get up on a big stage and do special stuff, and do what we love.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I feel like you're very much an open book. But if we asked your wife, Sarah, what is something that fans don't know about you, what do you think she'd say?
Oh, God. I don't know. She'd probably say a lot of stuff. but her view on me is different than my view on me. I don't know.
So what would you say? What's something that maybe like people don't really, what do we not know about you? I mean, we know you love to hunt.
Yeah,
Are you big into rom-coms or something?
I'm a big artist. Also, not like musically, but like art-wise and like engineering-wise. I went to school for architecture, and I drew and painted my whole life. And so, like, I even this year for Halloween I went as Bob Ross, because like I grew up painting that stuff my whole life, and to this day, I mean, I love to sit down and when I'm drawing something or carving out a pumpkin for the kids, mine's like 3D eating another pumpkin, like crazy,
I'm always so envious of people like that, because I can barely like put together a family of stick figures. So
right.
That's amazing. Lee Brice, the artist, we didn't even know. And then the Hard Rock is celebrating 50 years this year. We're sitting here surrounded by all of this like incredible memorabilia. Do you have like a favorite Hard Rock memory, or even a favorite piece that's in here?
One of the first times I played Hard Rock, we were in Memphis. And that was one of the first times I'd ever even really been to one. We were just starting out, we were playing like in the restaurant. They had a little stage, and I remember walking through there and seeing the guitars and looking up, thinking, I wonder if one day I'll ever have anything that's worth being in here, And They actually asked me the other day if I had something and I wanted to donate to the Hard Rock. So I was like, of course, I would love to. So I'm gonna figure out what that is. I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta
what they would want. I don't know what they would want.
Brice's wardrobe. It's like, what do we send them?
I don't know what they really want from me, but I would totally be into it. So that was kind of a cool moment.
That's really cool. That's so special. I don't know about you, but I always have wanted to do like one of the guitar smashes. Have you seen those?
No.
Oh my God. Whenever they open a new Hard Rock, everybody gets to come out and smash a guitar. Yes.
Like Garth Brooks style?
Man, yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Then you get to do it without feeling guilty because it's not a guitar you pay for.
My daddy was so mad. He was like, you cannot listen to him. I just watched him smash a perfectly good guitar on TV. I was like, but it was so cool.
Yeah, it feels really wrong, but it looks so cool.
He's like, but he could have gave that to somebody. I was like, I get it, Daddy. You know, I do understand where you're coming from.
I'm pretty sure these are like kind of like thrown together guitars, like they're not real good ones, but hopefully you see me and Lee in the next Guitar Smash. Thank you so much for being here and for playing this show. I know that Nick and his friends are going to be so excited tonight. Lee Brice at Totally Private for Audacy Country. Thank you so much.
Good to see you, Mama.